How does defeat hit you when it shows up? Knowing a problem exists is one thing. Doing something that's actually healthy and transformative is the next and important step to take. Defeat is not something people want to have happen, because from when we're young till whatever age you are, nobody says, hey, I want to be defeated. I've never heard that of you. Wow, again, Rengoku Akaza, what a phenomenal fight. I mean, Hashira throw it down very heavy. So beyond the fight though, now I just want to put forward to you 4 simple lessons to grab from this relative to defeat. Because Rengoku lost, yet there was a lot gained in spite of that happening. Hence the title, When Good Guys Lose. So I'll just run through them quickly. Lesson 1 is that defeat unveils or reveals what's inside you. Lesson 2 is that defeat can also inspire. Number 3 is that defeat can push you to greater strength. And then the final one, which is number 4, is that defeat can set the stage for a comeback. So we'll dive into the first one, which is actually about how defeat can unveil what's inside you. So lesson number 1 as to when good guys lose is that defeat reveals what's inside you. Or I like to say it in a different way. It sometimes could reveal what your core values are. So with Rengoku, as you see through the whole fight, amazing, phenomenal fight. Now, when he gets struck with a fatal blow from Aza and he's realizing he's about to die, life flashes before his eyes, and truly he goes back to a memory, like an old, obviously a core memory for sure, where his mother's having a conversation with him as to values, as in family values, which are immense and powerful when it's done properly. So his mother's talking to him about, hey, you're strong, but that strength isn't just for you. It's meant to actually be a blessing to others. So you being strong actually helps other people. You protect them. You don't just sit on it and grow fat and enjoy yourself. Like, that's not why you're made strong. And that resonates in him in a way that it draws out unbelievable strength from him. I know this is an anime, so anime can obviously go out of pocket with reality, but I do think memories can be powerful and almost like a catalyst for something greater in you. And to that point, what does defeat do to you? What does it unveil in what's happening in your life? Again, you're not in an anime, you're in real life. That being said, you may have taken a lot of losses. You lost a job, lost a relationship, lost money because you thought this investment was great and it turned out it wasn't. Or maybe you're losing your sense of direction as to what you're supposed to do or become in the future. Those are things that really happen, honestly. Defeat is not something people look forward to. Defeat is not something people want to have happen, because from when we're young till whatever age you are, nobody says, hey, I want to be defeated. I've never heard that of you. So it's more that whole point of when that defeat does happen, when you take the loss, you failed an exam, failed at different things where you thought you were going to succeed. You thought, yes, this is my moment. I've got this job. It's locked. And boom, they said, sorry, we're not moving forward with you. Or you thought it was going to work out with that flight or trip or vacation, and it didn't work out and it's hitting you differently. Or again, you were playing in that sport competition. You thought it was your moment and it didn't work out. You lost. You were not number 1. You were number 2, and number 2 is not number 1. And how does that hit you? Let's pause and soak that in. How does defeat hit you when it shows up? Does it reveal that you're a perfectionist, which is not good, truly? Does it reveal that your identity is really built on what you receive from others? As in, if you don't win at this thing, you believe everyone won't love you, which is also not good. And also, does it reveal that you don't know how to deal with your emotions, as in anger, frustration, sadness? Those are huge things to be aware of for an individual, because should that happen to you and you realize, like, oh, that was not healthy. Or maybe your circle or community or people are telling you, hey, you're not handling this well. What do you do about that? That is now the bigger question to ask, because I think when defeat happens for all of us, I think sometimes Jesus is trying to reveal something to each and every one of us that, hey, you are not handling this well. You need the help. Ask for the help, because if you keep this up, this thing can destroy you. Alcohol can destroy you. Sleeping around can destroy you. Cheating can destroy you. You not knowing some things can also mess with you as well. Or you trying to be like, yeah, I got this. I can do this. And it's like your problems are telling you that no, you can't. My hope is that you will not want to go this alone. I always say this every time I can. Please don't go it alone. Your problems are alive and well, and they will destroy you. If you sit on your head knowledge alone, ask Jesus for the help, because your problems are definitely bigger than you. I'm talking about the ones that are inside. You can't even grab them even if you tried. And should you run into defeat, what will you do with what you now see? You now realize, oh, you are angry, you're frustrated, you're depressed, and you don't know what to do. What would be the best next step? That's the question that you need to ask. How can I address this properly in a healthy way? And bringing it back to our lesson here. So everyone has something that they're focusing on at the core of who they are. When Rengoku and the other demon slayers were put to sleep because of the new lower one, I believe, his jutsu or blood demon art. So we ended up revealing what people had at the center of who they were in terms of their dreams. And you saw for Rengoku's, his own was family. So my question to you is, what's at the core of who you are? What are the values that have been put into you from when you were born? Because should you lose at anything, that might be what shows up, that you don't know how to handle stress well. And if that occurs, what's the healthy step to take to address it? Knowing a problem exists is one thing. Doing something that's actually healthy and transformative is the next and important step to take. So I say, ask Jesus for the help. And that's not just an empty thing. It's more because you don't know everything. You know that. I know that. I mean, we're all trying to figure things out. And Jesus can help you to navigate you to, if you're doing research or checking this out or that, to guide you to the right place you need to be to get the help you need. Because defeat has messed up people before and they haven't come back. And I don't want you to be part of that circle. So to wrap this up again, you're not an enemy, you're not fighting a demon, or maybe you are in terms of an inner one. Please don't go it alone. Learn from what is revealed by your defeat and take the healthy next steps to actually help you to be better. Yeah, that's our lesson number 1 in regards to when good guys lose. So lesson number 2 is that defeat can inspire those around you. And that's not always by design, because again, the effect of defeat usually on people when they have their expectations is that sometimes it can silence somebody. They're like, yeah, we're going to win this championship. And then boom, loss, like huge difference in score. And everyone's just shocked. Like, what? So in that moment is not when everyone's thinking of a great victory speech or like, hey, we can turn this into a moment that actually helps us to be better and build. Now, Kimetsu no Yaiba, in terms of the Mugen Train arc and Rengoku bleeding out now that Akaza has lost. Well, he lost to the sun, but Akaza bailing, aka coward, and him fleeing into the shadows, and now Tanjiro is there, and there's a conversation that's happening where Rengoku's now like, hey, actually, you know what? I'll let the anime actually do the talking. Yeah, take a look at the scene. Hi, it's that, man, that's a lot. Because again, when people are about to KO, the last words are usually very important, if they have any. For those who do, are they always saying the thing that inspires, or are they like, oh, life is bad? Everyone can do whatever they want to when they're about to check out from Earth. Now, my thing is, again, it's not defeat related to death, but just defeat in general. Like when you've lost something, does it become an inspirational moment to now say, hey, let's move forward? What comes out of you again? Because you can see here, what came out of Rengoku is to inspire Tanjiro. Well, not just Tanjiro, but Tanjiro and Inosuke in regards to like, hey, don't dwell here. Move forward from here because I may be going, but you're still here. It's not the end. Again, even that point he mentioned that the Hashira are more than willing to sacrifice their lives for their comrades. Keep in mind, the Hashira are the highest level of swordsmen and women in the actual Demon Slayer Corps. They should not be the ones dying for anybody. But yet here Rengoku is talking about the ethos of this organization. And that I can relate this to, again, Jesus dying for all of us in spite of who we are, to open that gateway for us to change, transform, become so much more than we are in terms of how we exist and flow in this world. And it's not a thing for the leader to serve anyone else, to die for the other, to die for those who follow them. That is so counterculture, seriously. And again, the inspirational aspect of it in terms of how Rengoku is serving, him mentioning the inspirational thing to encourage them, him also talking about that part where he was okay with how this went because, again, at least no one else but him actually died. And you also see, again, defeat inspiring someone is based on the character of the individual who is defeated. Because it almost surges forth from the soul. I would almost say like a last bloom, if the person was to be a flower, in that you'll now see what was really inside this person. Because when people are about to lose everything, we'll find out what they really believed in. And truthfully, we don't need to wait till then to find out what they believe in. And I always hope that with regards to you and what you're going through, whenever you're defeated, because it will happen at some point, does it change into something where you're like, I can learn something from this. I can grow in some unique way. And what does it do to others around you? Because people are watching. People are always watching you. It doesn't matter if you have one follower or 0 or 1,000 or a million. Even if you're not on social media, someone is watching how you behave. And you don't know who it's inspiring. And same is said for the wins and the losses. If you lost something and you're like, you know what? It has happened, but it's not the end of me. Someone may take a lot of courage from that, in that, wow, that was a really serious loss. How come this guy or this girl just walk away from that? As if it's nothing and they can come back and move forward. And I think that's something that I hope you take away, that depending on what's inside you, you can actually inspire others in spite of losing. And I pray that you ask Jesus to help you in those moments so that out of loss can come the lesson. And out of the lesson can actually come growth for you and anybody you know and whatever you're going through. Yeah, that's lesson number 2 in regards to when good guys lose.